In the animal world, the main task is the struggle for survival. Predators roam in search of prey, easy prey falls very rarely, and you have to fight, risking your life. We present to your attention another selection of the most epic animal battles captured on camera. The leopard, like any other member of the cat family, is a big fan of playing with his prey. This antelope cub became a hostage to the cat tradition, but did not lose hope for salvation. At some point, the calf even tried to run away, but he had no chance of salvation. Another similar situation, the wild nature is ruthless, and this baby antelope did not immediately understand the rules of the game until the teeth of a predatory cat closed on his neck. Despite its modest size, the ermine is a first-class predator, or rather, it is one of the smallest predators of our fauna, and the ermine is not very picky in choosing its prey. It often attacks animals much larger than itself and emerges victorious from these confrontations. For example, hares and rabbits are not at all a delicacy in their diet. These shots were taken by naturalists in the Galapagos Islands, studying the fauna of the islands. The cameras installed on the sandy beach took a terrible picture. The iguana wandered onto the sandy beach. Suddenly a lot of snakes began to crawl out of nowhere chasing the iguana. In general, this way of hunting for snakes is atypical. This is not a collective hunt. Most likely the video was filmed during the breeding season of snakes, and the iguana simply wandered into the wrong territory. In India, you can often see a mongoose as a pet, and it's not uncommon that such a pet turns out to be useful, because it's not uncommon for cobras to crawl into plots, and mongooses, as you know, have enmity with these snakes at the level of instincts. This cobra, lurking in the shade on the terrace, was discovered in time by a brave animal. Collective hunting of wild dogs, even for very large prey, ends successfully in 80% of cases. In these shots, wild dogs are chasing a herd of buffaloes. Even for lions this is not an easy hunt, but the dogs managed to separate the calf from the herd and stuck around it from all sides. Only one buffalo from a huge herd returned to the rescue. Most likely this is the mother of the calf. She tried to disperse the predators, but all her attempts were ineffective, and she decides to take her legs until she also became food. This antelope made every effort to save itself. Breaking away from the pursuit of hyena-like dogs, it jumped into the lake, trying to cross to the opposite shore. The dogs, not wanting to miss their goal, rush overland, running around the lake around, but events took a new turn. The hippopotamus, outraged by such a fuss near of his pond, attacks the antelope, and she has to swim back. But the dogs are vigilantly watching her movements, leaving her no chance to get out of the water. It would seem difficult to think of circumstances even worse for the antelope, but on this day everything was against it. Out of nowhere a crocodile appeared, which put a decisive end to the fate of this antelope. And here, a lioness has discovered a warthog's lair and is digging it out of its hole. A lot of effort was spent, but it is still safer than butting with a buffalo, and the lioness was very lucky that the guest of this hole was at home, which cannot be said about the luck of the warthog. Here is another similar moment. This time a leopard took up digging a warthog from a hole, and it also ended sadly for a wild boar. Apparently it is worth digging the lair deeper so that predators do not even consider this stupid idea. And here the challenge to dig up warthogs was already picked up by a couple of lions. They didn't have to mess around for a long time. And this is footage from Canada. A motorist witnessed a cougar hunting a deer at night on the side of the road. Puma did not have time to finish the job, confused by the annoying headlights. And in these shots, a seagull mercilessly cracks down on a dove. If you thought that they only eat chips stolen from tourists on the beach, then you were wrong. And so the stingrays are saved from sharks. They jump ashore waiting for the toothy huntress to hide and then return to their element. Some regions of Canada are world famous for their natural landscapes and wild animals roaming freely. One minus of such unity with nature, you can witness such a confrontation right in your backyard. And here a herd of antelopes is going to cross the river. They are not even embarrassed by the approach of a huge crocodile. Surprisingly, the crocodile was caught not quick. He could not grab the antelope by clicking his teeth a few centimeters from it. Another interesting footage of hunting wild dogs. They drove the pronghorn antelope into the water and tried to attack it right there, but the artiodactyl did not give up and fought back with all its might. Having received several blows, the dogs no longer dare to approach. Then there are rather creepy shots. On the video you can see how one snake eats another. But then the events began to unfold according to a completely unpredictable scenario. The snake stopped swallowing its prey and allowed it to free itself. The freed snake had a huge toad in its mouth. Most likely the snakes grabbed it at the same time this prey, and one snake began to swallow the other along with the frog. Friends, support the video with likes, write your comments, which confrontation surprised you the most, and we went to prepare a new episode of Animal Battles for you. Bye everyone.